my name is Martinez, and this is my interview for the Loft in the JZK program. I am sick today, so I apologize. So if a kid comes up to me while I'm doing a task, I would try to include the kid as much as I could. I know a lot of tasks in Loft are heavily kid-oriented, so I would try to include them in any way possible, whether it's grabbing a water bowl, making enrichment, feeding out enrichment, one of my personal favorites. I would try to include them anyway. But if I can't, then I would try to ask them, hey, do you want to wait a minute and then I'll help you with another task because I'm just finishing up this task. So one of my strengths for team building is my ability to make people feel included. I try to check up on people as much as I can, make sure they're feeling well that day if anything's out of the ordinary. And one of my weaknesses is that sometimes I can compare myself to others, forcing myself to try better at a task, but ultimately, by the end of the day, I know that every person is different and I can't really compare myself to everyone. If a guest is touching Bean, which is not allowed, I would probably ask the guest to politely stop, saying that Bean is not an animal that likes being touched, trying to phrase it in a way that the guest does not feel at fault as much, but just understanding those boundaries between what cannot be done and what can be done. But if the behavior starts up again, then I would create a little barrier around Bean and just stand there saying, hey, let's not touch her, please don't. I would say my personality is very bubbly and vibrant, although it is not right now because I am sick. I try my best to make people laugh, and I try my best to cheer them up if they have a bad day or anything. My friends say my personality is very problem solving, if that's a word, but I try to find a solution to anything, and if it's a hard solution to find, I try even harder to solve it. I would say other than animal handling and caring for animals, the Loft is really important because it teaches people what conservation is, why you shouldn't buy palm oil because they hurt the orangutans, or where's an ethical place to get your pet from to make sure it's safe. When I grew up, I wanted to be an engineer because the environment's always constantly changing. It's never the same, and whenever there's a new problem, it's a completely different problem than what happened last time and what went wrong last time or what you want to make this time. So it's just always providing me with new challenges, and I really enjoy that. I receive feedback the best way I can, so whether that's taking that feedback and turning it into actions, or even just keep that in the back of my head and being like, okay, next time I'll do that better. I learned from a young age when playing basketball that constructive feedback is honestly the best way to approach things for me personally. So if I ever needed to receive feedback, I think that would be the best way that I need.